What's Sam?
Hello.
Sam, what you doing?
That's it, laid down. My heart beating.
You at home?
Yeah, I'm at home.
What's up with you, baby? I miss your pen.
I don't know. I wasn't expecting your call. So my heart is beating fast right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm happy that I make you feel like that for sure.
Crazy.
I wonder what the heart gonna do when I see you.
Oh my God, I don't know. Know what I would do.
I wonder what
Oh my
do.
gosh. You said what?
I wonder what you're gonna do when I see you.
I have no idea. Oh my gosh. It's ridiculous.
Why do you think it's ridiculous? I like it.
I mean, it's good, but like, it still happens. Like, what? For like 2 years.
Yeah, it's definitely been 2 years.
Crazy.
Yes. When you plan on having kids? Like what age?
When you get out?
Tell you. But
When you come home, I have kids.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. What's it? Monday. Maybe more.
Yeah, today Monday.
The sound of a man's voice, softened and stripped of bravado, carries with it a weight that no stage performance can fully contain. It is a sound that belongs to the private sphere, the place where masks fall away, where cadence shifts, where the vulnerability of longing breaks through the veneer of composure. When such a sound escapes into the public, not by choice but by leak, it becomes transformed. What was once tender becomes spectacle. What was once intimate becomes evidence. This is the paradox of celebrity in the digital era, and it is the paradox that now ensnares young Thug. The call that surfaced carried the tones of a man reaching toward someone he desired. There was no lyrical precision, no crafted melody. Instead, there was the raw repetition of yearning, the circular cadence of flirtation, the stumbling exuberance of affection spoken into the receiver. And yet, behind this tenderness lies a complication, the presence of another, Mariah the scientist, whose own intimacy with Thug is now shadowed by the circulation of this moment. The leak did not only expose desire, expose contradiction. To dwell on this moment is not to indulge in gossip, but to meditate on the strange economy of intimacy in our time. The call reveals how private affection becomes public theater, how longing becomes commodity, how betrayal becomes collective entertainment. It reveals the impossibility of pure privacy for those whose lives have been recast as narrative for mass consumption. Leaked audio is not new. For decades, unauthorized recordings have surfaced to shape public perception of artists and public figures. Yet what distinguishes the present moment is the velocity and permanence of circulation. Once leaked, a moment cannot be recalled. It becomes etched into the archive of the internet, replayed endlessly, divorced from its original context, repurposed for memes, debates, and moral judgment. For young Thug, the leak of his romantic words is more than an intrusion. It is a reconstitution of his image. Audiences are asked to reconcile two versions of him: the artist entangled in a long-standing relationship with Mariah, and the man whose voice on the line betrays a different attachment. The call thus operates not only as revelation but as disruption, unsettling the neat narrative that fans had constructed around his romance. In the cadence of Thug's words, one hears not just desire but performance. Desire itself is performative. It must be spoken, repeated, dramatized to be believed by the other. The man who can command arenas and captivate millions here attempts to captivate a single listener. The irony is that this performance, meant for one, has been seized by many. What was crafted as intimate theater becomes a global broadcast. This is the burden of artists in the age of surveillance. Their private performances are always at risk of becoming public. The phone call, the text message, the whispered aside, all exist in a state of potential leakage. Intimacy is no longer guaranteed sanctuary. Every expression of desire carries within it the possibility of exposure. Mariah the scientist occupies a haunting role in this narrative. She is not present in the call, yet her presence structures the audience's reception of it. Her relationship with Thug is well documented, her devotion evident, her image entwined with his in the public imagination. To hear his voice extended toward another is to invoke her absence. The leak thus creates a triangulation: Thug, the mystery woman, and the silent figure of Mariah, who hovers over the entire discourse. In this triangulation, betrayal is not only a personal wound, but a public spectacle. The audience positions itself as proxy for Mariah, expressing outrage or sympathy on her behalf. Her private heartbreak, if it exists, is transformed into collective discourse. She becomes symbol rather than subject, a character in a drama authored not by her, but by the circulation of leaked intimacy. The eagerness with which audiences consume such leaks reveals something profound about our culture. We are drawn not merely to the art, but to the contradictions of the artist, to the fractures in their personas, to the evidence that they, too, falter in the realm of love and fidelity. Betrayal becomes content, and intimacy becomes entertainment. But what does it mean to consume betrayal as spectacle? It means we participate in the erosion of boundaries, that we celebrate the collapse of privacy. It means that we normalize the idea that no intimacy is safe from circulation. The artist's heart, once shielded, becomes just another clip to be replayed, analyzed, and judged. Young Thug has long been a figure of contradiction, flamboyant yet vulnerable, hardened yet tender, a symbol of both defiance and fragility. The leak intensifies this symbolism. His voice, stripped of bravado, becomes evidence of his humanity. Yet it also becomes ammunition for those eager to question his loyalty. He becomes at once more relatable and more scrutinized. This duality reflects the larger condition of black male artists in the spotlight. They are expected to embody both strength and vulnerability, to display tenderness yet remain impervious to criticism. Any misstep, any leak, any betrayal becomes magnified, transformed into referendum not only on their character, but on the broader archetypes they represent. At the heart of this moment lies a simple truth: privacy no longer exists in its pure form. For artists, for public figures, even for ordinary people, intimacy is always under threat of exposure. The phone call that was once a sanctuary of candor is now a potential liability. The text message, the DM, the FaceTime, all carry within them the risk of circulation. This collapse of privacy reshapes how desire is expressed. Every word of affection is spoken under the shadow of potential exposure. Vulnerability becomes risky. Love itself becomes conditional, not only on the fidelity of partners, but on the discretion of technology and the loyalty of those who hold access to it. And yet, within this collapse, something of the original intimacy still lingers. To hear the rhythm of Thug's voice is to hear sincerity, however compromised. The repetition, the nervous excitement, the playful questioning, these are the sounds of genuine desire. No leak, no circulation, no judgment can fully strip that away. This is the paradox. Intimacy, even when transformed into spectacle, retains its residue of truth. The public may consume it as entertainment, may frame it as betrayal, may debate it endlessly. But within the leak remains the kernel of human longing, unvarnished and irreducible. What does this moment teach us? It teaches us that intimacy, in the age of leaks, is both fragile and indestructible. Fragile because it can be exposed, circulated, commodified. Indestructible because its sincerity survives even in exposure. It teaches us that artists live in the tension between their private selves and their public personas, and that the audience plays an active role in collapsing those distinctions. Most of all, it teaches us about ourselves. Our hunger for leaked intimacy reveals our complicity in the erosion of privacy.